All right, so this week what we're going to do is take a look at Sir Duke by Stevie Wonder. Now you might be thinking, did I just skip a few lessons? If you've been following me along with the reading on the strings of the guitar, we've done all 6 strings in the open or first position, and now we're going to take a look at something, actually playing something that looks a little bit complex, and it actually is. But the good thing is that you might already know this. And then I'm also going to use this to explain how you can count what looks here to be kind of a complex rhythm. So with the aid of this metronome, I think you'll be able to understand. So let's first of all take a look at the kind of notes that we've got. Here we've got quarter notes. Here we've got a dotted 8th note, and we've got a 16th note. Over here we've got some 8th notes. So we got a variety of notes. So how we can count this is, what we have to do is break it down into its smallest component part. So if you look at the quarter note, we're playing in 4/4. So if I set this, I'm going to set this metronome for 50 beats. So this is going to be a quarter note, right? Now, quarter notes, if you divide up like here, that's going to be 8th notes, so I'm going to add the 8th notes. So the quarter notes you would count 1, 2. With the 8th notes you count 1 and 2 and. Now if we add a 16th note value here, the way you can count this is by going 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Let's take a look here. Here we would count 1, 2. Now when you get to this one, this is actually equal to 3 16th notes. So then you would count 3E and then this next note you would play on the So it would go 1, 2, 3E and So that's the first measure. Then of course you would count the rest. And then the second measure we'd go 1 and 2E and 3E and a rest. Then the next line, what we've got over here is that we've got 1 and 2 and 3E and 4 and. This fourth measure is going to be 1E and 2 and 3E and 4 and. All right, so that last one's a little bit tricky also. So here's how it goes. I'm going to play the metronome and I'll just walk through the timing so you can understand it this way. All right, so I'll count in 4 and then we'll start. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3E and 1 and 2E and 3E and 1 and 2 and 3E and 1E and 2 and 3E and 4 and. That's how that goes. So during the past videos in this series, we've looked at all the notes. Now what we're going to do is just take a look and see if there's anything unusual here. So I'm just going to call out these notes here. So here on the 6th string, 3rd fret, we got the G. Here we've got the B on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Here we've got the open D string, 4th string. Here we've got the open 3rd string for the G. Now we've got the 6th string, the open 6th string E. Here we've got G on the 3rd fret. Now this one over here, this note right here is an F on the 6th string. But just take a look over here, because what we have is a key signature, and what that means is when you got that sharp symbol there, that means you make any F note become sharp. So that means that this is F over here, so this note becomes sharp. So instead of playing the 1st fret, you would play the 2nd fret for an F sharp. Okay, here you got another G. Now over here we've got another B on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Right here you've got an A sharp. So this is going to be on the 1st fret instead of the open string, instead of the open 5th string. This one over here is 4th string, 2nd fret. Now we've got a sharp D. So that note right there is going to be on the first fret of the fourth string instead of the open string. Okay, then we go over here, third string again. Now we have an A sharp. It's got a sharp in front of it, so that means instead of the second fret on the third string, it's going to be the third fret. Right next to it, we've got this natural symbol that makes it back to a regular A, so that's going to be on the second fret of the third string. Then here again, we got another sharp on the third fret. So here we've got a D, and this is going to be on the, instead of the third fret of the second string, since it's a sharp, it's going to be on the fourth fret. All right, now we go over to the next measure, and the rule is that when you get to a new measure, the sharp from the previous measure no longer applies. So then it becomes a D natural, so that's going to be on the third fret of the second string. You should be able to get the rest of the notes here. What I've done is I've put the keyboard display up here. What it will do, it will show you the notes on the fretboard. So I'm going to play this at a speed of 50, starting on the G. Okay, I hope that went well. What you can do is download the PDF for that and practice that. It's a great exercise. We'll see you next time with something new. So remember, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon.